Here we go.
We hope you were able to see that strike. As we know, some telco problems are not giving you or sending you the great picture quality that you normally get. It is not your own television set. It's a transmission telco problem. Okay, after a Ritger strike, here's Roth. Oh, the gleaming ball hit the pocket, but the 10 didn't go.
What a different sound on the pins when Roth's ball hits the pins. Amazing. Now you see a contrasting style. Mark Roth with the super high backswing, the tremendous power, undoubtedly the greatest bowler in the country today. There's just nobody can stay with him. Great power position, but it's all on the wrist. Watch this explosion release. Very similar to Marshall Holman, the two young players that are doing a lot of damage out here on the tour.
And with tremendous speed, cross lane, covering the 10, marking the despair in the first frame. Semifinal game.
Chris, you notice everybody on the telecast today has a short backswing. That's usually better on slick lanes, but Roth is so powerful with his release, he can overpower that oil with just turn and finish on the ball. He throws hard no matter what the lane condition and can control it with that power.
Mark Roth, and watch the pins, all 10 of them.
And the ball says, look out, here I come. See you later. A wobbly 4. Putting myself in Ritger's position, you almost have a inferiority feeling when you bowl against a fellow like Mark Roth. Dick Ritger, who is not noted for his powerful ball, but for his tenacity on the lanes and his accuracy, almost has an inferiority complex. He told me about it before we got on. He says that Roth is unbelievable with his power, and he must be working on his mind.
All right, 2 frames are completed here in this semifinal game. The winner to meet Neil Burton of St. Louis.
You know, we get to see Ritger in the wintertime bowling on national telecasts, and he keeps threatening to retire every year. But in the summers, he goes to Europe, Chris, and trains the bowlers over in Europe, and he really says he enjoyed it. I think he spent a lot of time in Sweden and Finland, traveled throughout Europe last year, and he's going to do it again this year.
Phys Ed major from La Crosse, Wisconsin State University. Got a break on the left lane. 7 going out. And oh, how late. Watch the pin fall.
And watch the head pin do this work off the sideboards. The ball hits the head pin and drives it to the left sideboard, and it becomes the most active pin in the rack, taking out the 4, 5, and eventually tilting out the 7th.
Ooh, double. Mark Roth, as a result, taking a 10-pin lead. Dick Ritger beat Roth 278 to 277.
That was in a 24-game match play, Chris. Everybody was oohing and on. Roth had a strike spare and 9 strikes in a row, got 7 on his last ball. The final score, Roth 277, Ritger 278, earlier match play.
Now leading by 20 pins after 3 in a row is Mark Roth. More of this game after this message. Here's a fine professional, Neil Burton, who bowls more in the style of Dick Ritger. He is our tournament leader. He'll be meeting the winner of the semifinal match, either Ritger, at whom you're looking, or powerful Mark Roth. 4th frame, strike up. So the finesse classic style bowler has doubled, cutting Roth's lead to 10 pins. What a match.
Ritger was all awe for Mark Roth. He said he got the bowl next to him in the finals, 24-man finals the last 2 weeks, and he's so impressed with him. He said he never had a chance to really study him that much, but by no means is he going to hand the match to Mark Roth. Dick Ritger has to be beaten. He will not beat himself.
The man with the tough thumb, you see it right there, bleeding last night. Thought he had it. 10 pin on the left lane.
A solid 10, and he really needed that one to keep the pressure on Roth. That would have pulled the match even. Ritger has always been known for his great competitive ability. He seems to sneak up on you. He has that low profile, doesn't get real excited out there. He doesn't make a lot of noise, but he is very, very tough to beat, as evidenced by 19 previous championships.
San Antonio, where bowling is very popular, and we're back here for the first time since 1963 on the Professional Bowlers Tour. Now, Mark Roth with a three-bagger. He'll be shooting in the 5th frame.
You see the power of Mark Roth. Now watch the real high backswing, nice and loose, but really watch his wrist position all the way through. That's the key to the power. He's up there, he cocks his wrist, opens his hands. Now watch this at the bottom. See that ball out 3 or 4 feet, well out on the lane, follow through to the right, actually putting extra spin on it. And see you later, Pins. Can extend his lead to 31 with another strike.
He gets a 10-pin on the left lane.
2 wide.
Mark Roth, one of the 5 bowlers to come up with a perfect game this week. Mark Roth doing it during the Pro-Am here in San Antonio.
The most remarkable record he had of all the records he set last year, I think he set here. He did not miss a spare in 42 games. That's just unbelievable, crossing lanes.
And, wow, what speed on that spare shot, covering the 10 in the 6th frame. Bowler of the Year twice, Mark Roth. And now, Dick Ritger.